Box, the game goes on. Madueke sends in the cross and Arsenal have the lead. It's a goal which has been coming. Flicked in by Martin Zubamendi. In comes the corner. Darlow tries to punch it away, but it's found its way in. Kai Havertz wheels away and Arsenal strike from a corner once again. Darlow whips in, the cross is left and turned in. And Arsenal have got their third, and it's Victor Gyökeres. But again, it is a goal which looks so avoidable for Leeds United.
Any contact, straight down the middle. I think Darlow will look at that and could he have done better, but well-worked goal from Arsenal.
Chance for an Arsenal forfeit, manages to find some room and find a finish as well, Gabriel Jesus. That is a delightful goal. And Arsenal are cruising here. Why have they answered some questions here this afternoon?
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Real Arsenal Talk with Larry and Stevie. Steve-o, how you doing? How you doing, Marvin?
Yes. How are you doing, Larry? Yeah, I'm happy as Larry, should I say.
Why do people keep comparing? Why do you keep comparing yourself to me, man? Like, you know, no one could be as happy as me, apparently. I'm a benchmark.
I'm going to pretend I'm happy anyway after what we just spoke about.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a benchmark, apparently. So, you know, that's just wrong. How's it going? How you been? How's the footballing weekend for yourself? Did you enjoy it?
It was some good results for us. Some really good results, to be fair. Obviously, Man United, which they're not kind of our challenges, even though they are 12 points behind. But we don't like them to see them winning anyway. I mean, I know City drew, Villa got beat, which is good, but some good results. Obviously, and we did what we had to do, which was good.
Yeah. The results were good to a certain point, weren't they? Really, like you said, no one wants to see Man United win anything at any time. But I watched that match actually, and it's not like they're playing massively well. It kind of seems like the players have just went, all right, we got rid of Amorim. Let's just, we didn't like him anyway, so let's just play for this guy. And that's all it is. They were never a terrible side. They never had terrible players. It's just the system that they were playing was bad and whatnot, and the culture seemed very bad. But now, Carrick has sort of, I'd like to say brought them together, but, I'm still going to lean on the side of the players. Just, they make the rules pretty much, doesn't matter who the manager is, they make the rules. So, didn't really care for their win. But obviously City in the evening match or the afternoon match made it so much better. Like, oh my God, my day just brightened up real quick. It's been a decent weekend in terms of football. So, but yeah, it was fun to see. I mean, never want to cheer for Tottenham, but did you kind of get a little fist bump going? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
as horrible as I felt doing it.
Dirty, right? Filth.
Yeah, it was. It was a sin, wasn't it? I felt I was sinning against.
I was holding my child and I was like, oh God, don't judge me.
I mean, I knew obviously City were going to score because the first half was atrocious, wasn't it? It was like even Neville alluded to the fact that it was like a practice, it's testimonial
kind of schoolboy stuff. Yeah.
I didn't see that coming in the second half, but
it just
talked to them.
Yeah. I mean, City really fell apart, didn't they? I don't even know what happened there because there wasn't even that many changes made. The changes were made a bit later, and you think, why didn't you just carry on the same way that you did? But I mean, would you say Tottenham played better? Maybe Udogie was quite good. Who else?
Xabi Simons was pretty good, wasn't he? I thought he had a better second half. Yeah.
Xabi Simons, right? He had about 3 or 4 chances where he just completely wasted. Absolutely wasted them, and from the first 2 moments, I decided to hate on him. I was like, throughout the whole match, I was like, I don't care what you do, I don't like you, mate. But no, he was really frustrating as a player because he made some bad decisions. I mean, we say about Saka making bad decisions, but this guy was just blatantly, I want to get the goal myself. I want the headlines. But yeah, I didn't really care for him, to be honest. He caused them a lot of trouble because he found himself in spaces, but as an overall performance from him, I feel like it was quite wasteful. In all honesty,
First half he was terrible, and I think he realised that. But the second half, hats off to him. I thought he improved and he caused a lot of problems seriously. And Frank got the subs right, and I thought they did. I mean, they were lucky in the end to hang on for a point. I mean, I know they probably deserved overall a point, City, but towards the end, I think he saved them. It was like a chance at the end, and obviously Donnarumma made a couple of good saves, didn't he? And he did.
Donnarumma was. Yeah, I was quite impressed. Again, quite mad at myself because I've been hating on Donnarumma for a long time. Since he came from Milan, to be honest. But good performance from him. But Gay, I thought, a couple of mistakes from him led to the goals.
I'm not really rating, to be fair. I mean, yes, for 20 million, he's a decent signing, but I don't think he's a starter when they've got all the defenders back. But what was I going to say? My train of thought went, but
he's a safe player, isn't he?
He was good. I didn't like the fact is they were cheering every save and every tackle that they made. It was as though they'd won the league. I don't know if you remember seeing that. And I was thinking, bloody hell, God! It was only not a last ditch tackle, but went out for a corner, and they're cheering like a high five, like it's 6-0 or something.
Do you know what?
A bit crap, really.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because what did that say to you then? Because to me, watching that, it felt like these guys, that they're sort of feeling the pressure themselves, or it's creeping up on them as well. Because, even Guardiola got a yellow card, and that's just frustration, really, isn't it? That's what that was. He was just asking for fouls that never were really. So. But to me, that really shouts pressure.
Panic, a bit worrying.
A little bit, because
you saw at the end, didn't you? I think the frustration in all the players. I think they realised that they've missed out. They missed a chance there, 2-0 up. Yeah. And you could see they were sort of putting the arms in the air. And you saw in Pep's face, he was good. And I think because they've got Anfield next week. I know obviously Liverpool aren't great, but they played well yesterday against Newcastle. And I think Liverpool have got that. They've got the edge back again. I know we was talking before and saying, they were shit, and they were shit a few weeks ago. Yeah. But I think they've got the bit between the teeth again. I think they're going to be a hard place for City next week.
And Salah's back.
Fancy Liverpool.
That's the difference right there. Salah's back, and since he's been back, they've been really good. They've been decent enough anyway.
Ekitike's scoring as well, and I think they're looking pretty good.
Did he come off the bench, Ekitike?
No, he started.
Did he start? Why did I say you came off the bench? But anyway, fair enough. I mean, Liverpool, I don't really see them as a massive... Well, I don't see them as a challenger for the title this season, to be honest with you. Obviously, Aston Villa, they did us a favour as well. Well, Brentford did us a favour, but Villa... They're starting to bottle it, as it always happens with Emery teams, and so I'm just hoping. I think we'll probably erase one of the draws that we had in the last 3 games or 4 games, whatever it's been, because of the City draw and the Aston Villa loss. So I'm not as mad as I was last weekend, because you'd think the way that Tottenham have been playing, you think City were just going to roll straight over them, goal difference added and then whatnot. But no, it didn't work out that way. And fair play, absolutely fair play to Tottenham, which we'll never ever say again until it matters. So fair play to them. And do they play Villa? Because they could.
I think they do, actually, yeah.
And Thomas Frank has truly proven that he's an Arsenal fan.
Next week, don't they, which is...
Oh, very good. Okay, there you go. Yeah. There you go. That's fantastic. Like I said, Thomas Frank, he's proven to be an Arsenal fan with his club. So, happy days. He deserved that. I read from, I think it was AFTV, they put he deserves his gold membership, which is quite good. But yeah, okay, look, should we just get into it? Should we see what's happening? Well, we say straight onto it, but we're like 7 minutes in and we're just waffling about the matches.
It's good though, because obviously City dropped points, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And by this time next week, obviously we could be 9 clear.
Look, we've got a game against Chelsea midweek, so let's concentrate on that as a team.
Sunderland's not an easy game, even though they are away from home. It'll be a tricky game, that.
So we're at the Emirates, are we? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think Xhaka's obviously feigned injury just because he knows he was going to be playing against us, because he's got out for 3 weeks, isn't he? So
standard. That makes sense. He's scared, man. He's scared shitless. We've scared Granit Xhaka. He knows what we can do. But okay, look. In terms of we started from the top, really. In terms of the lineup, anything that you would have done differently? Any surprises there? Yeah, you tell me.
No, obviously, so not surprises. So I've been writing a lot of comments on social media, and I'll probably get a load of shit for it, but I don't care. Obviously, with Saka getting injured in the warm up, and then obviously Merino. So initially, I looked at the lineup and I thought, look, it looks okay. But when obviously Saka got injured, I sent you a message, didn't I? But I was happy with Madueke. I do like Madueke. And obviously then we've since heard that Merino could be out for a considerable time. And honestly, mate, I'll get some shit for this if anyone's like, obviously, can take the time to comment. But it's a blessing in disguise that Merino's injured.
Brilliant. I expected nothing less, and I think I set you up for that question just perfectly, really. So,
seriously, if we go on to win the league, it's because Merino's got injured.
Sorry, I have to be on mute because I'm just absolutely just pissing myself over here. But look, I agree with you. I think we have enough players to cover the striker position, and which is, for me personally, that's what I've always wanted from Merino. Do you know what I mean? I wanted him to be that backup striker because he's been all right there. But the fact that, you know, we've got Havertz back, Jesus is there, Gyökeres, you know, he's doing some stuff which we'll get into very shortly. I'm more than happy for Merino to be off. You know, just enjoy your time, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the contributions for the season, and we'll see you the next one.
Yes. Never.
Yeah. Well, in your case, hopefully never. But okay, so I mean, Saka injured before the match. I'm not. I don't think I read. What did I read about? I didn't read anything about that. What?
I think it's in. What was they said it initially. I mean, I think they were mentioning it on Sky Sports News. I think Merson was doing the match, and he said, I saw the clip of it, and it said, "Oh, it looks like he's hurt his ankle. He just twisted his ankle." But then he said, "No, he's holding his groin there." So.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
naughty.
They're playing it down on social media, saying that it's nothing, but I can't see him being ready for Tuesday if it's a groin.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm happy with that. Like, I'm trying to like feign, you know, sadness, but I can't do it. So I don't mind that at all, to be honest. Obviously, I hope it's not a bad injury. Of course, that goes without saying. But I don't think. I mean, this match sort of proved it that we didn't really miss him, because what he's been providing so far, Madueke can do better. Do you know what I mean? Like, even because, you know, again, it's not like Madueke has been having, like, you know, star performances, you know, every time he's playing. He's been above average. But the stuff that he has done, you know, he's caused a lot of chaos and he's opened up a lot of space, which I feel like Saka, you know, he's been a bit more predictable in recent times. So, and I think, as we've said many times before, Madueke, he is the player that we want there right now, you know, because it feels like once he plays there, you don't really play as much down the right hand side. You know, you tend to sort of switch it back around because it's not Saka. So. Yeah, I like him playing. I really do. And like I said, I don't think Saka's going to be that missed. And he hasn't been missed every time he's sort of been missing in what was it? I think he's missed a few matches, hasn't he, this season? So when he hasn't been playing, we've been winning, really. So, you know, or we've been playing all right. Because, you know, whenever he's on the pitch, all the focus just goes to him, and it's ridiculous, really. You know, it is absolutely stupid to actually see. And I think against Man United, we talked about it. Like, you know, it was just one-sided. It was totally one-sided on his right, and it was predictable. That's it. You block Saka at the end of story, and that's exactly what happened. So anyway, so in this match against Leeds, obviously we're at Elland Road. It's not a place that I like, I'll be honest. It reminds me of St James's Park, you know, like with the crowd and just the chaos that they can create. But I feel like, you know, we went ahead quite. It wasn't quite early, was it? Like, when did we actually go?
28th or something.
Was it 28th? Just before the half-hour mark, was it?
Yeah.
Where are we? 27th. 27th. It says officially. Yeah, Zubimendi. I mean, let's talk about the goal, man. Like, did you expect him to fucking be there? What's he doing there? What's the little rascal doing there?
I didn't, mate, but he seems to be popping up with some. It wasn't an important goal, but it was the first goal, so it's always important, the first goal. And again, it was just a decent bit of play from Madueke, obviously whipping the ball into the box. You know, he wasn't laying it back to someone. Like, he wasn't recycling it like what Saka seems to do with Odegaard, but obviously Odegaard wasn't on, so he couldn't. But I just thought, you know, we played really well, and getting back to the fact that you know Ellen Road is quite a hostile environment. It's not as hostile, I would have thought, as St James's and as maybe Anfield, I suppose, but it is really hostile. And my mate was there, he's a Leeds fan, and they sang all the way through. Even when they were 4-0 down, they were still singing. So yeah, but the goal itself, I thought, you know, it had been coming because we were dominating. You know, they had one shot, I think it was Ampadu, early on, but the
Quite
goal
dangerous,
was coming.
quite dangerous.
Yeah, you know, the goal was coming, and the balls. I mean, Madueke had a great game, I thought, and but the ball was great, and I think it caught them a bit unawares. They weren't in position. I don't think the Leeds players got back in time, because I think, did we have a corner? Then it came back out to Madueke, or it came back out to someone in midfield, and he laid it back to Madueke, and it was lovely ball in, and yeah, the little Spaniard making up for last week's error, and scoring a nice goal.
Yeah, he's doing what you know what we expected him to do. Really, you know, make those runs into the box. But again, to get a header, it's a bit like, oh, okay, that's pretty nice. But I don't know if you noticed, but when he jumped, Havertz was behind him, and did you see the little push from Havertz? Like, he just nudged him. Like, not up, but sort of nudged him forward, and then Zubamendi was like, ah! So just looking like, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? But I thought that was quite funny, to be honest. I don't know if Havertz wanted to push him so he can get the goal himself, or did he actually just sort of give him a little hand, you know,
a little
forward?
hug up.
Yeah, a little like rugby, isn't he? I think that's. Do you know what? Okay. Interestingly, I wanted to bring this up last week, in terms of the throw-ins, because we've been talking about the throw-ins for a while, haven't we? I want to know if it's legal to do something like that, where your player can lift you up and then you can header it. Is that legal?
That's a great idea. I know you mentioned it last week, and I thought, absolutely, mate, it should be.
Is that a thing? Is that why can't that? Like, I don't know. Is that something in the rules that you can't do that because it's a disadvantage? But it's your own.
Like the rugby players do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, when they do their own throw-ins or whatever they're called. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? Right, and defenders can do the same thing. You can lift your own player to defend, like shit. You can just put him on your shoulder. Okay, no, you can't put him on your shoulder. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't know. I'm going to put this clip out there. I want to know if that's in the rules or not, because I'm not going to read through the rules. So, but yeah, sorry, Zubamendi, and I think again he definitely made up for last week, because it was just a total like shut down in his brain when he did that. But the goal had been coming, dominance really. I'm not going to use relentless dominance, because I don't think it was that. Was it that in the first half? I don't think it was.
Not really. It was
just dominance.
It was control, really. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it was pretty much like ball possession was pretty much sort of evenly matched. But you know, we did well, especially like leading up to that goal. And Madueke, again, that's what we like. That's what we like from Madueke. And it's not the first time that he's got an assist from that sort of position. So it's good to see him. It's good to see him contribute. Even though, like we'll get to, but as an overall game, I don't think he was star quality. He was good, but again, not to that level. But I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see the mentality of the team sort of bounce back. After last week, because I know that was the sort of key theme, especially after the Man United match, and when we just sort of crumbled in the second half, well, both halves really. So yeah, Zubamendi, you know, makes up for it, and you know, 1-0. Like, at that point, did you think maybe Leeds had some sort of thing to come back? Because I don't think I saw anything, like, especially from Calvert-Lewin. I thought he was like a dead player out there, man.
No, you're right. I thought the intensity was spot on. I thought that, you know, considering how we played last week, which was obviously people are using this analogy of the handbrake on as such, but I just think that we are capable of that. And I think for the whole majority of the season, barring maybe the Villa game and a couple of obviously European games, I think we have been playing like with fear, and I think we've mentioned it before. And obviously last week, that a lot of the pundits were mentioning this fear, but we've been seeing it sort of all season. And I think yesterday's game was Saturday's game. Obviously was just proof that we can, if we put our minds to things, and if we've got the players to actually implement this press and the intensity, the quality's there. We have got it, and look, Gyökeres scoring and everything. We'll come on to, but no, the intensity was right. There was balls flying at the box. It wasn't just fucking about with it. Recycling, like we've said how many times, and yeah. I thought it was really good. I know what you're saying, Madueke. He didn't have the greatest. He wasn't like a star performer, but I thought what he did was very effective, and he caused quite a lot of chaos down that right-hand side. And he's direct. He's very direct, but a lot of the times the defenders don't know what he's going to do, because he can go up the bar line and then he can get into the box, or he can just pull back and put a cross in. And I love that, and I think that's great. And it's no drop off. In fact, sometimes, like we've said in the past, it's actually better than Saka at what he does, because a lot of people know what Saka's going to do, and maybe that had anything to do with Odegaard not playing. I don't know. Only time will tell. But obviously, it was great the fact that Odegaard didn't play. But I'm sure we'll come onto his performance when we decide to talk about it, because he didn't come on about the 60th minute or something, the 70th minute.
Yeah, he came on quite late for what I would normally expect. So I think 61st minute it says, but yeah, after the hour basically. But I agree, though. I agree. I think starting with a different team from last week, especially with Havertz in that Odegaard role, I thought that was a very good move. I like the fact that the option is there, and I like the fact that it's a very good option in Kai Havertz. I know you have your issues or had your issues with him, but I'm telling you, he is the guy for us, man. Like, if he keeps fit, he will be a crucial part to the end of the season. And touch wood, he will keep fit, because like as you saw and in the last two games, I know we're not going to really talk about the Kairat Almaty game, because it was just like, man, whatever. But Havertz played a fantastic.
He played all right in the. I mean, come on, it was
of course
in Kairat Almaty. At the end of the day, I didn't think he had the greatest of games yesterday. Personally, I did think he was a bit of a passenger yesterday. I thought the game passed him by. Personally,
I don't know.
I think what y'all thought. I didn't think he had much influence at all.
I think he was. I liked him because he was a bit more physical with the way that he moves compared to Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I like about it, is the fact that he is different to Odegaard, and he's not afraid to sort of run at players or press them or go in for the tackle. Like, he's a very
he's
good.
He's decent in the air as well. Isn't he?
He's decent in the air as well. Exactly. So that's what I mean. I thought Havertz was really good, and I like the fact that he played for the hour. And again, it's same as Noni. Individually maybe not the greatest of performances, but because it's part of the team, they made their own contributions relative to the team. So yeah, I love the options, man. Imagine like last year or the year before, if Saka got injured just before the match, like what the hell are we going to do? Like, who did we have? Do we have Reece Nelson still? Like, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, Reece Nelson.
Pepe?
Come on, gone back too far, boy.
Too far, sorry, too far, my bad. But I'm just saying, like, it's good to see that these players can step in, and it's almost like missing a beat. And look, as much as we criticize Arteta's system, the good thing about his system is the fact that players are interchangeable. Like, you can plug and play different players in the same position, which is good. But that's not always how the game's going to go. It could go for the majority of the season that way, for the majority of the matches that you play in the season. But those matches where it is a low block, or where Man United are marking you man to man and not letting you go, like those are the matches where you need to make the difference. That's where the rigidity needs to be loosened. What's the opposite of rigid? What's the word?
Flexible?
Yeah, okay. That's exactly it. Yeah, so you have to be more flexible, and unfortunately, that's where his downfall is. But we were away from home. Crazy stadium, crazy fans. I mean, in the nicest way possible, in football terms. Let's not get offended. But and we walked away 4-0. So and it wasn't it wasn't even an own goal, by the way, which we'll get into right now, because it was ruled as a non-goal.
It has, yes.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
First goal in 12 months or something, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, first goal in the Premier League for Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
So. Good timing. And look, if these players start scoring goals at the second half of the season, then I have absolutely no issues with that, right? I don't care what you've done in the first half. This is what matters now, and you stepping up.
Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah. So look, it was I don't know. What did you think of that? Like, you know, watching it, were you happy for that to be an own goal, or did you not like, meh, whatever?
Well, it was virtually in, wasn't it? I think it literally, when Darlow punched it, it was literally, he must have been on the line when he punched it. So, you know, hats off to Nonny for absolutely placing that on a sixpence kind of thing. It was absolutely amazing delivery, and you know, he deserves it. I do think, you know, he deserves that, because, you know, he put the effort in. He had a great, well, to me, he had a good game up until he got taken off. But yeah, I'm glad it was credited to him personally. So
yeah, I'm just watching it back now, and yeah, that ball must have crossed the line before obviously the keeper touched it. So, but again, it must have happened so quick that the ref obviously didn't realise that it had gone before the keeper touched it, I'm guessing, right?
Right, I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't watched Match of the Day yet, just to sort of rerun it. So.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I'm just watching the highlights, but it when they slowed it down yesterday, like, you know, on the replays, it looked like the ball had crossed the line, and then the keeper sort of pushes it.
Right.
So again, I'm thinking the ball across the line, keeper touches it, and then obviously he must have had it on his watch, like the ref's watch, so he probably didn't see the sort of difference, so he probably ruled it as an own goal. But VAR should have really picked up on that live, right? But it doesn't matter anyway, because I don't think they're gonna. It's a good job they didn't spend time on, you know, deciding whose goal it was going to be. It's fine. We're happy with the goal. It doesn't matter. But look, you know, up until the match finished, I thought it was another own goal, and that makes own goals the highest scorers, right?
Would have been, yeah, joint highest, wouldn't it? Was it 6 or something? We've got 5 at the minute.
Yeah, so it's funny. It's funny.
It is.
And I don't want to talk about this again, but I just have to say it for one more time, really, because people are still talking about, you know, set piece FC and own goal FC and all that stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry, but we are not, like, you know, we're not paying your players to score, right? We are forcing them to score. The ball is right there on the line. Unfortunately, the keeper put it in. Unfortunately, it came off your defender's back. It's not our fault, and it's not even something that we even have to discuss. Like, we shouldn't even be justifying ourselves,
shit, isn't
right?
it is shit, because I saw some stat the other day, and I think it was when Liverpool won it in 2019-2020 season, and there was a clip from a pundit or someone saying, you know, this is what set piece does when you're up there at the top and chasing the title. You know, it's brilliant. But when we do it, set piece FC, it's
Arsenal
shit,
again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't score normal goals. It's fucking wank.
But it's fine, because we scored 4 of them in that match. So open play goals. They were all open play goals, weren't they?
Apart from the Nonny.
Oh yeah, sorry, because that was a set piece, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a set piece.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. You know, that was just a straight goal, really. So happy days. And but yeah, I just hate that, listening to you know, rival fans and whatnot just talking about absolute garbage, because they've got nothing else. They've got nothing else to pick on. They talk about, like, oh, I can't believe they're getting goals. Basically, that's what they're complaining about, right? That's what they're complaining about.
Yeah.
So
they don't like the fact that we're not like smashing everyone 6-0 and we're top of the league. We're top of the league. So what? What's all that matters?
Yeah,
no one cares how Mourinho did it or whoever, you know, all the years ago. So
exactly. And they're always talking about, like, you know, the 15-goal record and stuff. But if I remember correctly, most of those matches he parked the bus, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the top teams, the Man City's, winning the way that they have with 100 points.
They were boring to watch.
Exactly.
They're the worst in us to watch.
Of course they were. Mate, we're not even. Watch. I wouldn't even put us in the same class as them. Like, we are not that bad, like, to watch. Like, most of the times we're not that bad to watch. It's just through little spells where we go through, like, a couple of games and we're just, what the hell are we? What are we doing here? But I think we're sort of on top of that now. Hopefully, we have to be, really. So, but yeah, great end to the first half. Nonny, like you said, he deserved the goal. He has been good for us. You know, like you said, not fantastic, but he has been good. He's been different, and in turn, like we said, that opens up the left-hand side of the pitch. And I thought, yeah, what do you think of? Was it Leo? Wasn't it? What do you think of Tross?
I do think our left-hand side is a major problem.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just saying in that match, by the way.
I don't think he was that good.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just looking at some of the ratings here, and it says 7.4, and I don't remember it being a 7.4. I'll be honest.
I think he was pretty non-existent. I think the game again passed him by. I don't think he offers anything. He tends to get the ball and end up back in his own half. Most of the time I see him, he's getting the ball and he's getting forced back to his own half, and that's putting pressure. And so he is quite skillful, but sometimes he gets knocked off the ball and we lose possession and causes a bit of sort of trouble. Obviously against the Man United, that was a case in point there. But no, I'm a bit concerned about Leo. I know he's all right and he's decent when we're 2-3-0 up, but our left hand side is a major concern, and it needs sorting out. Whether it's going to be it's not going to happen tomorrow, is it? So it's going to be the summer now, isn't it? So yeah, I didn't think he had a great game. Thought he was just all right, but again, didn't do anything special.
No, and I would have honestly probably the only change I would have made in the lineup would have been Martinelli for Trossard, because I think Martinelli does well against Leeds. He's got the pace. He's quite strong as well, and he's quite tricky. Or trickier than Trossard, so I think this would have been a perfect game for him. But again, hindsight and all that stuff, because when Martinelli did come in, I thought he was really good. I thought it was lively, and I thought it just a very good performance from him at the end. But so first half, anything else in the first half that you want to add, my friend?
Not really,
anything
man,
that stood out? I'm looking at some of the stats here, and again, it was in terms of ball possession very evenly matched, but everything else we were just absolutely on top of them. So what is it? We had 3 shots on target from 3, 6 corners, man.
I know.
What is going on, seriously? And they're like, set piece FC. Don't give away the corner then.
Well, my mate was there. He said he couldn't believe the way that, obviously he's a Leeds fan, he was like, I can't believe the way that we were like set up. And he was like saying they were dropping back and showing them, and obviously going to give corners away. And he said they said the team needed to be pushing up higher to not give away, to give a throw in as opposed to a corner. He said, but they were just dropping back. And he said that played into Arsenal's hands. So, other than that, I don't think there was anything else really that stood out in the first half.
In the first half, no. I mean, we did say, I just want to go back a little, real quick. We did say, we were totally dominant for that first half, but if I remember correctly, Leeds were quite good at the beginning stages of the match, right? They were all right. They put some pressure on us. I know obviously you mentioned Ampadu there, but they didn't. It wasn't a pushover sort of thing. I mean, I think they fell apart really just before we scored our first goal, and then after that, just that's when we started our dominance. But so it could have, if mentality wise, if we were that weak, I think we probably would have crumbled in that first 15 minutes and conceded a goal, and then sort of played on the back foot. But I'm glad that the team, just the way that they responded was absolutely brilliant, and some of the personnel who started, I feel like I think they have an influence. I feel like Odegaard's a bit negative. I feel like when he drops his head as a captain, it takes him a bit of time to sort of, pick himself back up again. Whereas someone like a Havertz in that position, he's the way that he plays, it's sort of like infectious for the rest of the team. Noni's going to respect him because Havertz is. He's a good player, he's been around for a while and whatnot. He's
previous
older,
teammates and stuff.
Previous teammates and stuff, so he's going to follow him. And if Havertz is putting the effort in, of course, Nani's going to do the same. Timber's going to do the same, and so on. So I feel like that's probably the difference. The major sort of difference that I saw in the team was obviously the way that we just responded. Of course, the goals and whatnot, but I'm happy to see that. Even if it was 1-0 that we won, but we performed the way that we did, right, I still would have been happy with it, because all right, we bounced back. Of course, the forward line, that's a whole different debate that we've had for a long time. But I was just happy that that the first half it ended 2-0, and it could have, the second half, as we know, could have gone either way, because sometimes we are a one half type of team where we just don't perform. But fortunately for us, the second half, we were good. Just to put it like that. But I mean, so there was a couple of things in the second half that I've sort of jotted down. That Timber yellow, it was, got a yellow card, but on the replay, did you see we kind of elbowed him in the face? I think sometimes Timber has that in him where he's, you know, he sort of swings an arm or he goes in for a bad challenge, and yeah, if it was deemed violent, that would have been nasty stuff. Do you know what I mean? That would have been a red card, and that's it, 10 men down. But it's stuff like that for me where it's, you know, where I think like, all right, you just need to just calm down a little bit. It's not that intense as a match. Like, you know, you don't need to start swinging elbows around. You can let one go once in a while and you know, play smarter, if you will, because it wasn't even a dangerous position. So, but yeah, I think, and then obviously, well, in terms of the second half, anything that you saw, like starting it off, did you think we started off positive?
There was no changes, was there? So I think it was pretty much, you know, as you were, and then obviously it changed when the subs happened, didn't it? When did Madueke go off? About the 60th minute, was it? 58th minute?
Yeah, so 60th minute, I think him and Odegaard was,
yeah,
I believe so. Wait, hold on a second, let me just, because I had that up here. So, Madueke, where is he? He came off 61st minute for Martinelli, and Odegaard came on, came on for Havertz, sorry. So yeah, 60th minute changes at the hour mark. And again, big difference in comparison to Man United. You know, it was definitely not anything to panic about. It was, you know, sort of smart subs to throw on. You know, you're saving one in Havertz. And obviously, you know, Madueke is sort of like not run out of steam, but sort of ran out of ideas by that time. So it's like, all right, let's keep it fresh. And again, very positive changes. But how did you see them?
Martinelli obviously went onto the right, didn't he? He normally comes on for Trossard on the left. So
very good.
Yeah, it's slightly different. And, you know, and you know, credit to Odegaard. You know, he was playing with a lot more intensity. It was as though he had a bit of a wake-up call after the criticism he's been getting. And, you know, he laid obviously a nice through ball for Martinelli, which obviously resulted in the big Yoks goal. But no, I thought when Odegaard came on and when Martinelli came on, that was a real positive sort of step. And, you know, we should do this all the time. Like, instead of sitting back and wait, you know, and inviting pressure, this is what we need to do. Put on more attackers and just to sort of give the opposition more things to think about, as opposed to, oh God, there's Merino goes on, you know, and what I've seen saying people, oh, Norgard, and he's inviting pressure. And like I say, people might laugh and scoff and think, you know, why are you saying it's blessing in disguise? Because Merino's negative. He's a defensive kind of slow, mobile chicane kind of player where, you know, you're not getting anything from him. He's got no legs in midfield, whereas Odegaard and the likes of Havertz and Martinelli, you know, they offer something going forward. They give the opposition something to worry about. So, you know, that's my take on it. But no, Martinelli played really well when he came on, I thought.
Yeah.
And obviously a big shout out to the Yok. I thought, I know Yok wasn't the man of the match, but better game from him. Totally, you know, impressed with what he did, because he was really strong a lot of the times. And obviously probably won't mention the Yok much, but I just thought he had a decent game. It wasn't man of the match performance by a mile, but he scored a goal, that's all he can ask for.
Yeah, of course. And I think that did make one point in the first half, which I didn't bring up because obviously, you know, at the end of the day, he scored and that's what we all we want from him. But it felt like in the first half, there was a few moments where he just looked slow. Like he just looked, there's no finesse about him at all. Like, do you know what I mean? He's like a moving wall.
He had a one-on-one, didn't he? That was the thing, and he got caught up with, and you thought to yourself,
come on, man. Yeah, I think there was a time when I think the ball came in sort of like through to him, and he just didn't control it right, or it looked like he just sort of panicked or something. Yes. I don't know what happened there, but honestly, there's no finesse about him. But at the end of the day, if he finds himself in the position that he did when he scored the goal, shit.
Yeah, because he was strong, wasn't he? He was really strong, and you know,
came in front of the defender. Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus or anyone really. Havertz even would have been strong enough to hold the defender off and get that in. I know it came off his shin, but so what?
He put a leg out there. He was in the right position, right? I think, you know, if you're a rival fan, that's what you're going to pick on. He came off his shin, so was that really a goal? It's a goal, right? We won the match. It counted towards the goal, so I don't understand. 3-0. But I think the pass just before that to Martinelli, before obviously he put the cross in from Odegaard, was just, you know, again, that's Odegaard-esque, right? That's some Ozil stuff right there. That's what that is. That's what we want to see. And again, it was another alternative, because it wasn't Saka on the right, it wasn't Madueke on the right, it was Martinelli playing with Timber and and Odegaard. So very good to see another combination there, which is different. But again, right heavy. Do you know what I mean? Even though Martinelli usually plays on the left, he was right heavy. And Trossard, again, still the same thing. Nothing was really happening down that side. So, but that was the difference. And I think obviously once the third goal went in from Gyökeres, that was pretty much it done, to be honest. And his celebration sort of said it all. You know, he did that celebration like a child would do that celebration. Do you know what I mean? Like the excitement in him was fantastic to see. Which, it's nice. And he got his goal. I think that's what, six in the league.
Yeah.
So again, if he gets a double digits, I'd say he's had an okay season. Nothing great, an okay season. Yeah. So let's see what happens. But one thing I will say though is that looking at the Premier League top scorers list, we're nowhere in the top 20. We're like 23rd or 26th or some shit, which is obviously Gyökeres. But yeah, we're not even in the top 20. We don't have a player in the top 20.
We don't have anyone with double figures, do we? It's pitiful.
No, we have.
We're top of the league, which is fucking bizarre.
Which it's mad, but again, it's a team game, Stevie. Okay, it's a team game. For God's sake, man. In terms of the second half, like you said, more of the same thing. Just before we did score the goal, there was that set piece, which is a bit different, wasn't it? Did you notice that one where it was a bit of a low? It was a low cross sort of thing across the ground. Yeah. I liked it. I'll be honest. Yeah, it was something different. It didn't pay off, but it was something different. You know, it seems like from the Man United match, there's been different tactics, you know, sort of implemented or worked on in the training ground. And definitely, even though it didn't pay off, it's something that could pay off maybe from the other side. It's something that it's given the opposition something else to think about. Like, we know what Arsenal are going to do, but they've tried something different, and that's what the staff are there for, to come up with these ideas instead of doing the same old thing. And that's why, you know, we say about, you know, Saka becoming predictable, everything going down the right. You know, they need to try something different, and they did with Martinelli. Yeah, I think Nicolas Jova definitely earned his paycheck, to be honest with you, with when he tried that one. But once he scores, he'll get that bonus for sure. For sure.
Oi.
So, but yeah, and then, you know, we get the nothing from Leeds, really, was it? I don't remember jotting anything down from Leeds.
Not.
No, I'm just looking at my notes here going, did I write something?
2 shots, I think, 2 shots all game.
All game, it was. And so we could have had a couple more, to be honest. I think there was another one, Timber cross, Jesus header.
Should have scored that one.
Literally what I've written here, and he should have scored that, but it's fine. I don't even know when that happened. I think that happened like 84th minute or 85th minute or something, and then a few minutes later, obviously, you know, he does score, which is brilliant. And another bonus for us. Both of our strikers both scored. Great to see as well, and our wingers scored. So yeah, I liked it as an overall sort of view of the match and our team. I thought that was the perfect reaction, and I think that's probably going to be the name of this episode title, The Perfect Reaction. Unless you come up with something better, just message it to me, man. They can be changed at any time, by the way, so please.
No, it was.
And so Odegaard passed through again. Another contribution from
semi-assist, wasn't it? Look, it was the assist before the assist.
That's 2 key passes in the match, right, from Odegaard. So, you know, and he came on in the 60th minute and he influenced the game just like that. So and look, this is why we get mad at him, or, you know, when people talk about him being this great player, it's like, well, just be more consistent, right? We just do that. Obviously, we're not asking you to do that when you're injured or when you came back from injury, but we've given you enough time now. Like, let's see the old Odegaard. But again, performances like that, and obviously I know he's had a couple more in the season so far. That's what we want to see. That's where we want him. That's literally where we need our captain to be, just to influence the games like that. So 2 key passes from him. Jesus, is that his 2nd or 3rd goal in the league now?
Second in the league.
So yeah, not great, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that he's
just come back.
I was going to say that.
Great finish. Yeah,
I'm happier about him being back than what he's contributing, but he's contributing, which makes me even happier. So
yeah.
really, really happy, really jubilant over here. Do you know what I mean? Really jubilant.
It's good. It's good because we all know Jesus' quality. Sometimes he's either played out of position or he's not in the right position, place at the right time. But Saturday showed just what he is capable of, and this is a couple of seasons ago what he was like when he could sort of conjure up a goal from nothing or create space. He's just got that Brazilian sort of ingenuity in him where the opposition don't really know what he's going to do, and it was a really good finish. And he must be buzzing because for being out for a year, I think I'm really chuffed for him, really chuffed.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you as well, and it's hopefully it's good momentum that we can build for not just for the Chelsea game, but obviously for the rest of the league matches as well. But I liked it, and in terms of the match itself, I don't think there's anything much more to add. I don't think there was any sort of crazy incidents.
No,
not like the Adama Traore one, where he wanted to rip off whoever's head it was yesterday. Was he today? Yesterday, wasn't it? Who was it? Who was playing? Brighton Everton.
What's that?
Do you remember Adama Traore? Did you see? Oh, have you not seen Match of the Day? Did you not see the incident?
I saw the Chelsea incident. Yeah, it was hilarious when he sort of stood there like that, and you thought, and he shit himself, didn't he?
What was his name?
The Chelsea keeper, the Chelsea player, shit himself, didn't he?
Oh, João Pedro, wasn't it? It was João Pedro. Yeah,
himself,
absolutely just pantsed it, didn't he? But did you see Traore though? It looked like that guy was charged up, man. Like he looked like he sort of went.
Yeah, he's massive, isn't he?
He just sounded like he literally locked and loaded himself.
And the other guy who got sent off was
Todibo, wasn't it? Todibo,
yeah, he was proper. The red mist had just came.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was it.
He caught him in the face, didn't he? Like he didn't punch him or anything, but he was a swing at him, and
he tried to strangle him, didn't he?
It was just terrible behaviour, to be honest, from a professional player. But like you said, red mist, and I'm not surprised, to be honest, because the way that West Ham bottled that match was just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was sad to see, and I was watching it, and again I was just like, oh yeah, this is great.
I know.
And fuck, they scored right at the death of it. And Enzo Fernandez, and just the twat, really. And when he took his shirt off, I was like, oh god, I really wished he was on a yellow already, but he wasn't.
I know. The thing is, it was shit because I know I don't like him. I didn't want them to get any momentum and any confidence, and I mean, obviously West Ham, let them off the hook really, and they should never have been like that. But it gives them a bit of confidence going into Tuesday, doesn't it? I suppose. I mean, I still think we're favourites, but you never know with them. They're lucky little bastards, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think I said to you last week as well that I don't like Chelsea in cup games because they just somehow pull it out of the bag, and they're just sort of like, it feels like they're built for cup games, and we're not. We're always sort of like, we have a period where we're quite good, like you win so many FA Cups and whatnot, but then you have a period where you just don't win anything at all, and you're allergic to the EFL Cup. So, but I really hope that we can get something from midweek. But I think we'll do a quick prediction, or whatever we class as a prediction. But yeah, screw Chelsea all the way to hell, really. Hate those bastards. Okay, right, cool. So, I don't have anything else to add on the actual performances.
I think I just want to shout out. As I said, we won't do obviously player ratings as such, but I do want to give a shout out. 3 players I really want to sort of give a shout out to: Saliba, Timber, and Rice. I thought they were probably man of the match between the 3 of them. Obviously, I don't know what your thoughts are again.
I all right.
I wanted to shout out just quickly. So I thought Madueke, Zubimendi, and obviously the York, half decent game for them 3, and obviously Big Gabby at the back probably as well. But Saliba, Timber, and Rice, for me, I thought they stood out for me more than anything. Obviously, Timber, probably more so. I don't know.
I'd probably say Saliba for me, but these guys, they have given Noni the man of the match, 8.9. Flash scores, yeah, that's what they've done, and
I did think he did really well. I think you might have been a bit harsh with him. I don't think he had a fantastic game.
No, but that's what we said.
He was very
wasn't it?
direct, and he was always a threat. And obviously he set 2 goals, scored 1 and set 1 up. So yeah, you can't argue with it in a way. But I think Saliba, Timber, and Rice for me just sort of they were just a very solid 7.5/8 to me.
Look, he got obviously Madueke got the goal and assist, but I mean, I'm looking at his individual stats, and I'll be honest with you, man. Like, there is nothing here that you want to read out to anyone. If you're trying to describe,
convince someone,
that Noni's a good player, these are not the stats to we're talking like 69% accurate passes in the final third, accurate crosses 38%, 3 out of 8.
Wow.
11 duels, 5-1 out of 11.
At least he's trying.
I mean, like I said, he was about we're never disputing that. I feel like he works harder than Saka when he's playing. But again, to give him man of the match, I feel like probably Saliba. I think if anything, or I'd probably default to Declan Rice. To be honest with you, I'm going to default to Declan Rice because
he was
just
in and out. I thought Declan Rice. I mean, my mate, I said, "Who would you think was the man of the match?" And he picked out Rice, and I thought. I thought he played all right, but I didn't think he did anything special. I just thought he was here, there, and everywhere, but I didn't think he had much of the ball. I think it was mainly, Zubimendi and Madueke, really, personally, but I don't know.
Well,
and Timber.
I will
Saliba.
Confirm your thinking on Rice here. So total shots, none. Right, absolutely no shots, 0. Not a single shot from Rice. Touches in opposition box, 2. Okay, which is like, all right, well, that's not really setting the world alight, is it? Big chances created was 1. Accurate passes, 80%. Accurate crosses, 67, so 2 out of 3. Do you know what I mean? So again, not massively involved, but defensively he was quite decent as well. Like he put in quite a shift. I think that's the thing with Rice, though, isn't it? He's the clock for us. We sort of so in audio terms, right? We what we do is we set a master clock, right? So all the devices on the network, for example, they know literally what time it is, so they can be synced to each other, right? So I feel like that's what Declan Rice is for us. He's the master clock. Like everyone just sort of goes to his beat. Whereas if you remember last weekend against Man United, I said to you, I thought that was one of Rice's poorest performances. Yeah. I don't think he was that good at all. So again, and the whole team wasn't that good, and they weren't that confident because he wasn't performing to the best of his level. So yeah, I like that analogy. I'm going to stick with it, if you know. But
the clock.
He's the master clock as far as I'm concerned, and yeah. So I think he sets the tempo for how the match is going to be played, and if he's on it, the rest of the team most of the time are on it as well. So. Yeah, I think that's probably why I'm going to default as him as man of the match, because he was just that guy, really. He was doing everything, but barring scoring. So yeah, I think. Sorry, and who did you have in your good category? Because these were these were man of the match.
So man of the matches, I had 3. I had Timber, Saliba, and Rice, and just a good game. Obviously, I had Madueke, Zubimendi, and the Yok.
Yeah,
and obviously Gabby.
Good shout.
And the rest, I didn't think they did much. To be fair, I didn't think.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Nkapia had like a massively good game. Obviously, I know he came off later on.
Eze came on for Tross, didn't he?
Yeah, Eze came on. He wasn't on long enough, really.
Only 12 minutes, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't on long enough at all. So I don't think it's fair to sort of give him any rating. Was it Calafiori came in? Did he or did?
Yeah,
Calafiori came in. Again, not enough time for him to really do much. I just want him to stay fit. That's what I want from Calafiori. I think once he's fit and he's had a couple of matches consecutively, I think he's a very good player and he's right up there. But Odegaard, I'd probably put Odegaard in the very good.
Yeah,
to be honest,
definitely.
He's probably in his own category there. To be fair, so you've got your man of the match, very good, and you get good. But yeah, I'd put Odegaard in that sort of in that sandwich there, and because again, key passes, he sort of stepped up a level as well.
He did his nice little flicks. He's back to that flick, where he flicks it over, and I like that. And he needs to do that more often. It's just that obviously he might have one of those games in 10. It's not good enough. He needs to have like 1 in 3 where he's on the press and he's playing balls forward. You know, and it's not consistent enough, like you say. Just quickly getting back to the Italian long-haired fucking liability. You know my thoughts on him, and you know my thoughts on Hincapié. I do believe that we're better with Hincapié as a defensive unit. I think, but going forward, obviously, the Italian liability is probably better because he's a bit more creative and he's more elegant and he's better technically. But as a defender, I don't rate the Italian. I think he's got a bad foul in him. And he cost us against Cagliari, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean that was stupid, wasn't it? But like, I don't think he's got that many mistakes in him, to be honest. That's probably.
I think sometimes he'll pull a shirt and he'll pull someone back because his pace. His
pace, yeah, quick. Yeah. He does let him down for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I like Hincapié. But that's just me. And I think Hincapié should keep the left back, and I think it should be we start with Hincapié. Unless we're playing a team that haven't got tricky wingers, then maybe Calafiori. But I don't think you'll get Miles Skelly back in either. If them two are fit. No,
I don't think Skelly's coming back in, and I don't mind that, to be fair. He's not a massive, he's not a miss at all, like, let's just be honest, but he's sometimes a good alternative to maybe even bring in to sort of like break some sort of defenses, you know, in terms of low blocks, because he is quite creative when he sort of joins the midfield. But yeah, defensively, absolutely not. No. That's probably the only time I put Miles on, to be honest, when you go in full out attack against a low block or whatever it is, that, like, you know, that sort of similar team, that's when you put him on. But apart from that,
he's very slow.
Yeah.
Calafiori, in fact, it is.
I mean, I think Miles is more of a liability than Calafiori, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right.
But at the same time, I just don't want to test that theory, right? So just don't put him on. Where were we? Hold on. So yeah, Odegaard, obviously he came on. He was very good as well. Martinelli, probably put him in that good category. Did you? I don't know if you did. You did, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Martinelli, Zubimendi, and Gyökeres. Jesus as well. Obviously, you know, he had some contributions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice goal. Really nice goal.
It was good.
Probably the best of the bunch, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, you had one potential own goal. You had one header just from the 6-yard box.
One shindig.
Yeah. So, but yeah, overall, honestly, I'm happy with the team, and I think this should be the momentum that we need to build from. Like this, we need to build momentum from this. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say, and hopefully that is the case. But yeah, anything else you want to add for the match, for the overall Leeds match? Anything else?
Just obviously the performance, like you keep saying, the intensity, the potential catalyst for, you know, moving forward. You know, we have got some tricky games. So it's by no means it's over, because obviously we all know what happened a couple of seasons ago with City and stuff like that. So we know for a fact it's not over. But we have got a better squad. Whether we've got the right mentality with obviously the manager, and will he change the right players, etc., who knows? But we were never going to get a better opportunity than what we are now. You know, 6 points clear. You know, we potentially could be 9 points clear by the end of the next weekend. You know, we're in potentially, obviously, you know, I think if we played City tomorrow in the cup final, you know, if we get through it, I think we beat them. I do think we could win this cup. We're never going to get a better opportunity to win everything this season. Honestly, my prediction of the quadruple, you know, we've never won anything for so long, like I said before, and the quadruple is on. It is, you know, we're never ever going to get a better opportunity with the squad we've got.
No, we're not, are we? And look, quadruple's a bit like, I don't want to talk about that. But it is on. It's on. And at the very least, you know, this is the best opportunity to win a cup, right? At the very least. But yeah, if we win a quadruple, then it's like what Arsenal do. You know, they don't win often, but when they do, they either go invincible or they win a quadruple, and then, you know. But here's a question for you then, real quick: quadruple now, and then 20 years of not winning anything?
Absolutely not. I'll settle for the Premiership the next 5 years.
Okay.
No quadruple, no double, nothing. Just win the Premiership for the next 5 years. That'll do, mate.
On the trot, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. We don't have that sort of cash, mate. Like Premier League will Premier League will
Champions
kill
League
us
this year. Champions League and Premiership double this year, and maybe an FA Cup and a Premiership next year. Then maybe miss a year, transition. You know. Who knows? Come on! I just want the quadruple this year. That's all I'm happy. I'll be happy with that.
That's all I want. I just want 20 million quid. That's all I want.
When it comes.
That's fair, mate. And I think obviously you're not the only one out there who's sort of dreaming of the quadruple, and it would be historic. It really would be. And I'm here
Has
for
no one
it.
done the quadruple before?
Not in the league. Not in the league.
Done the treble, haven't they? Man United,
Man
Man City
United,
won the
yeah,
treble.
yeah.
But no one's on the quad.
No one's on the quad. Obviously, Barcelona did the sextuplet a few years. Well, it was like 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, whatever it is. They won like the 6
Leverkusen
trophies.
did it as well, didn't they, last year or the year before? Was it the treble or something?
Did they? Well, it couldn't have been a good treble, right? Because they didn't win the Champions League. So
No, they did the treble. They won the Europa League, their league, and then the cup competition.
and Pokal or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. So
And unbeaten as well, didn't they? Went unbeaten.
they went unbeaten as well. Yeah. I mean, it's Bundesliga, so all you need to make sure is
Bundesliga,
beat
yeah.
Bayern twice, and that's it. Really, that's all you need to train for the whole season. How to beat Bayern twice, and then the rest of the teams will sort themselves out. But yeah, man. Yeah. So look, we got Chelsea. Before we do head off tonight, we will just briefly touch upon Chelsea and what we'd like to see and predictions. But yeah, let's start with you, Steve. What do you want to see from for the Chelsea match? Any changes?
So do you want to see a full strength squad, or do you want to see some changes?
I want to see David Raya in goal. That's what I want to see. I want to see Raya in goal. I want to see Gabby and Saliba, and then the rest could be a mixture. Because, yeah, okay, maybe throw Rice in there as well, and then I'd be a little bit more comfortable in terms of, you know, sort of potentially winning that match. But guarantee Chelsea are going to go full strength. They will go absolutely full strength, and I don't blame them because, like we said before, they don't really have much else to go going for them.
Just got to get top 4, haven't they? That's the top 5. But yeah, will he change it? Will he put Kepa in? Because obviously he's stuck with Kepa all the way along, hasn't he? And I think it might be a bit of a kick in the teeth if he doesn't. And obviously we're at home, so there's less pressure. I'm wondering if he keeps with a mixture of obviously experience, give a couple of players a rest, but obviously have a really strong bench. I don't know whether he might do that, you know. I think if he does, if he plays a mixture with Kepa in goal, I think Chelsea have got a chance personally. I think if he plays the strongest team, I think we'll win it. But I think it'll be close.
I think he should go close to full strength because there's no reason we're in the semi-final now. You know, let's not fuck around. You know, it's not like an early round where we can just be like, whatever, it is what it is. This is it now, and I definitely want to see Raya in goal. I do not want to see. I don't want to see Kepa at all. Like he shouldn't even been playing the first match. To be fair with you, and I think we probably would have got away with maybe one goal conceded.
Was Mascara playing though? And Hincapié, didn't we have like a bit of a makeshift back 4, or did we have Saliba and Hincapié at the back? I think we did, didn't we?
I think Mascara. I thought Mascara only started in the Kairat game after a while, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I thought that was his sort of first game back, wasn't it?
Right.
Am I wrong in thinking that?
I don't know. I like Mascara though.
I do like Mascara, yeah.
I'd be confident if he played alongside Gabby or whoever.
Is it enough time that sort of is he match fit basically?
Yeah, I think he deserves it a game. If I was him, I know obviously he's only a young guy, but if I was him and Kepa, I'd be wanting to start this game. And I think Arteta potentially, you know, if he can get them together and say, look, it's an important game, and I want the best squad. That, you know, how would that make you feel? You know, they've got them to the semi, and they did, you know, decent at Chelsea. You know, we won 3-2. It's not like we got beat 3-2. We won 3-2.
Yeah, no, of course, and I think we're going into this match very, you know, with an advantage, obviously. So we just need to play it smart now, and throwing in youngsters because you want to heavily rotate is not the way to do it. You need to protect that. That's what I'm trying to say. So even if you put in a good defense and then there's a mixture in the front line, in the sort of in the outfield, then fine. But I think we need a strong back line or a strong spine just to maintain the Chelsea pressure, because like I said, they will go close to full strength, if not full strength, and there's no reason why they shouldn't. So prediction
pain.
No, I think we're going to go with a 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. We're at home. We're confident right now. I think we've got enough to beat Chelsea. We have beaten Chelsea, and I don't think I can't see another loss at the Emirates. You know, especially to a direct rival like Chelsea. You know, Man United beat us there. I can't see Chelsea beating us there as well. So I don't know. For me, I think 2-0. What do you think?
I think they'll score.
You think?
Well, it just depends, obviously, what team he puts out, doesn't it? It's tricky, really. And if it was a Premier League game, we could have sort of a bit of a assured prediction because of the team that he'll put out. But I do think they'll score. Again, it does depend on what team we play. But we should win. Will it be a close game, or will we kind of run away with it? Will it be a draw? Will it be a 1-1? Or will we win it 2-1? Or will it be 2-2? 2-1.
2-1. Okay, you're playing it safe. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it playing it safe.
Yeah. I think they'll score. I do think they'll score.
That's fair. I mean, they do have players that can score. I just feel like, you know, if we have a good back line, even if it's like Mosquera and Gabby, or, you know, Saliba and Mosquera, or whatever it is, right? I don't mind that, because I feel like they're strong enough. But
you might play Benny Blanco, might you? You just don't know. Give him a rest, and it's like he might start with a half a decent side, but the bench is like amazing. And then
who do we play next? Who's our next?
Sunderland.
Oh, Sunderland. Is it Saturday? Is it? Or Sunday?
Yeah. Saturday 3.
Saturday 3.
Which is good, because we're playing first again, so hopefully we can put pressure on.
Ooh, Man United Tottenham. Ooh, that's a spicy game next weekend.
Yeah,
that's a spicy game. So at home to Sunderland, I feel like you could probably not afford to rest players fully, but I feel like if he puts a strongish team against Chelsea, he could probably afford to maybe rest one or two of those players for the Sunderland match, at least for the first half. Like, not start them, not rest. I don't mean rest as in don't play them. I mean, like, you know, they will probably start on the bench. I'd be happy with that, I'll be honest, because look, it's a cup competition. You know, with the league, there's always something that can go your way, something that can go, you know, against Man City, whatever it is. Whereas this is a cup match. You know, if you lose this, then, you know, it's.
I know it is.
You're out of it,
it's
right?
It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it, really, for him? Because if it was 3-1, then he's got more of a chance. But because they got that fucking last goal, it's still in the air, isn't it?
So sorry, in the EFL Cup, is it still aggregate scores?
No, so if it's the away goals and that don't count.
Okay,
it's just whoever wins on the night kind of thing. So if it's a draw, we go through.
Okay, so all right, okay. But what if they win 1-0?
We go through for scoring 3.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
No, it doesn't matter.
But wait, so we won the match at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
A 3-2. If they
win 1-0,
right,
it equals it out. It's like they've scored 3. We've scored 3.
That's what I'm saying. So aggregate scores still count, but the away goals don't count.
The away goals.
Yeah, aggregate scores. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like overall, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, even a 1-0, to shut up shop, that's fine from us as well. But I feel like I think we're just gonna go out there and like just make a game of it, basically.
Yeah.
2-0, I feel. So yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. Obviously, we'll be back
at some point. On Wednesday after the game.
What time's the match?
Can you do that?
I don't even know what time the match is on. Is it late? Isn't it?
Tuesday, 8 o'clock, isn't it? So
8 o'clock.
Wednesday night, maybe.
We could potentially do.
Or do you want to watch the new? Do you want to do Thursday after so we know we're playing in the final if we get there?
Okay.
If we win, we'll come back. If we lose, we won't.
Fair. That's fair.
How about that?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But
okay.
We'll keep in touch. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously. Cool. Right. In that case, then we will leave it there. Right? Are we happy with that? Wow. We've just done over an hour. That's crazy. We have flown past that. This is what happens when we win. All right. We don't fuck around. We don't waffle. We just get straight to it. But when we lose, that's when you hear our true opinions. Right, cool. Thank you so much to everyone for being here, for listening, and please feel like subscribing and following and all that kind of nice stuff. Leave a comment, leave a heart, leave everything to us. No, I'm just kidding. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for listening. Catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert.
Au revoir. Oui, oui. Si, si. Arrivederci. Bye-bye. Yo, let's do it.
That was so different. Love it. We're going.